You know, all lounged out like this, black and white, you could be a love gun, a lady. Bob Ross. Kiss fans, welcome to It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. It's been a month or two since we've done a dive into Kiss, my dive into Kiss, discussing what albums meant to me as a teenager when I first discovered them and what they mean to me now. And as summer winds down, what a better way than to dive into Kiss. 1977's Love Gun, one of my favorite records. Perfect summer record. Let's dive into Kiss. Early on into my dive into Kiss as a 15-year-old teen in high school, my very first compact disc ever purchased was Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits. So this was kind of like my Bible going into the back catalog. And I remember one of the very first cassettes I ever purchased, pre-Hot in the Shade, mind you, was the debut album, 1974. I no longer have that on cassette, lost over the years, probably in the transition to CDs. My sophomore year of high school, cassettes were probably just tossed away. Early collecting mistakes, we'll just call it that. The second cassette I ever purchased was Love Gun. I owned Smashes, the first record, and Love Gun. Those were my three tools in the toolbox of becoming a fan when I was in high school. And looking back today, there's no denying it why I chose Love Gun. Had to have been because of Phantom of the Park. I Stole Your Love was one of my favorite clips and became one of my early favorite songs, and is a lot of the reason I absolutely love the Love Gun record. I distinctively remember sitting in my bedroom and just staring at this Love Gun album cover on cassette. It was tiny, it was small. I didn't own the record on vinyl, but this immediately became one of my favorite album covers of all time. At 15, I didn't know Kiss would be the band they would be in my life. I knew I liked them, and I knew I wanted to be part of this fandom. I didn't think back then it would last this long. I'm glad it has, but early on, as a teenager, this was one of my favorite album covers of all time. Offhand, I can tell you my favorite album covers of all time: Twisted Sister, Love Is For Suckers, Rick Springfield, Working Class Dog, The Scorpions, Animal Magnetism, great cover, and Bloomin' Hits by Paul Mauriat. This is one of those album covers I remember from being a kid and my dad having that record, and man, that just immediately takes me back to living room, record player, childhood. And I can tell you, even if Kiss fandom hadn't grown into my adult life, I still would consider this album cover to be one of my favorite album covers of all time. I love the fact that Ken Kelly used his wife as reference for the Love Gun Ladies. I absolutely love the idea of the Love Gun Ladies. The fact that they are just these hot chicks with white makeup on. No face design. It's so cool. The album cover just strikes such a cool, macho, I know it's not PC to, kind of say that, but whatever. It just strikes a rock and roll, macho, godlike attitude, and I love it. It's what rock and roll is all about. It's the fun of rock and roll. That is what this cover is, and it will always be one of my favorite album covers of all time. Probably my all-time favorite album cover of all time. Such a cool painting. And I've said it before many times, and I'll say it again. There needs to be an all-girl rock group that dresses like this, called the Love Gun Ladies, and they only perform songs from Love Gun. Boom. There you go. Perfect idea. Get to it, ladies. And I think another reason this is a very summer record to me is its inclusion in Phantom of the Park. I Stole Your Love in Phantom of the Park. The era of the Love Gun tour in Phantom of the Park. Phantom of the Park is so summer, so much fun, amusement parks. This album is a summer record to me, and my top picks for this record go as follows. Huge fan of I Stole Your Love. Christine 16 is fun. Got Love for Sale is fun. Shock Me, come on. I mean, Ace's debut, the perfect Ace song, the perfect solo. Tomorrow and Tonight, the hook in that song is so much fun. Love Gun, one of my all-time favorite Paul Stanley songs. Almost Human, great Gene song, great riff. Also has a great inclusion in a scene in Attack of the Phantom. And lastly, I am a huge fan of Then She Kissed Me. I'm not going to lie and say I'm not. There are a couple songs on here I don't dig, and I continually get grief for not digging. Just going to say it. Not a Hooligan fan. I know I get so much grief for that, and people just scratch their heads and wonder. I can't do it. It's skipped all the time for me. I'm sorry, Peter. I love you to death. Not a Hooligan fan. But Then She Kissed Me, I do love it. And I know I'm going to get grief for, you don't like Hooligan, but you like Then She Kissed Me? Yes, I love Then She Kissed Me. And honestly, a lot of that goes back to this cassette tape. Being 15, I just remember playing this cassette tape from beginning to end over and over and over and loving the end of it. I love that simple riff. I love Paul's vocals. And I absolutely loved I don't know if it's bass or guitar, but there's this awesome like guitar sound when Paul starts I knew that she was mine, so I gave her all the love that I had stanza. There's an amazing like guitar sound. As a teenager, I always attributed it to Gene's bass. And so to this day, I still kind of think it's Gene's bass, and I can just picture Gene in the studio. I know they didn't wear makeup in the studio, but I picture Gene in the studio, all Phantom of the Parked out in that perfect Gene 77 outfit. And just that, oh man, that killer bass sound. I don't even know what it is, but I'm just going to call it a bass sound. Just makes this song so much fun. And I've always loved to, in my adult life, to imagine why Kiss recorded this song. I always want to believe, due to the success of the band, Neil Bogart wanted to once again try the kissing contest. I doubt that's true. I've read that Paul said he thought at the time it was a good idea to record the song. I've also read that they talked of recording Jailhouse Rock, but ended up recording Then She Kissed Me instead. Just fun to daydream about. That's the fun of being a Kiss fan, is imagining what could have been, what should have been, and what was. Regardless, I love this record. Very summer record for me, and I look back at this cassette tape with huge fondness, and I just remember being that 15-year-old kid with this road of Kiss fandom in front of me, and it always makes me feel good, man. It always makes me feel good, and that is what being a Kiss fan is all about. Having fun, feeling good, enjoying life. And if you at home right now would like to enjoy life a little more, I have some fun for you to try out. Very Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, Wizard of Oz-ish, but grab your Blu-ray, DVD, or stream of the 80s classic 1987's Adventures in Babysitting, starring Elizabeth Shue. Hit play on the movie, sync up your love gun, Then She Kissed Me. And as that Touchstone logo hits the left side of the screen, hit play, and watch as Elizabeth Shue dances and sings Then She Kissed Me by Kiss, sung by Paul Stanley. One of my go-to 80s fun movies, but doing this makes the movie so much better. Little bonus question for you. Who did you want in the 80s as a high school girlfriend when you grew up? Did you want a mischief Kelly Preston or a Karate Kid Elizabeth Shue? I'm going to have to say I would go with a Karate Kid Elizabeth Shue. Kelly Preston was very, very hot. Rest in peace, Kelly Preston. But man, there was something about Elizabeth Shue when she was trying to get her claps back on the cheerleading field. Man, she was so hot. Anyway, have some fun with that. A little Dark Side of the Moon, Wizard of Oz action, Kiss style, while you are playing out the rest of your summer, playing the greatest summer LP in the catalog. 1977's Love Gun. So there you have a little Love Gun fun. My dive into Kiss. It's all for you, demon style. Thank you for hanging with us today. Be good to your babies. Spay, neuter, microchip. If you'd like to be a pen pal with us, details below. We'll send you some Large Marge Pee Wee swag. Yes, we will. Pee Wee doesn't care. Neither does Large Marge. Take care, be safe, everyone. There she is. We'll talk to you soon.